good day to you at wherever you're watching this video. I am very happy that though you are busy, you have taken a time out of your busy schedules to watch this video on YouTube. I beg of you to subscribe to my channel if you are a teacher or a student. You could like, share and comment on this video or the other videos I have posted on YouTube. You could also recommend it for your friends and other people. Today we are going to look at multiplication of number bases, particularly how to construct multiplication table for number bases is what we are going to look at. Please, if you have not watched the addition table, then go and watch my video on that before you watch this video, because it may be of help to you. I beg of you once again to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are watching this video. This would be part A or 1, whatever you take it, because we shall delve into multiplication well. To prepare multiplication table for number bases, the name of the base will tell you which symbols you are required to use. For instance, when it is base 2, you are to use the symbols, you are to use only 2 symbols starting from 0. So it will be 0 and 1. Always the last number would be 1 less than the base mentioned. If it were base 3, you would use 3 symbols, 0, 1 and 2, and you know all these if you have been watching my videos on number bases. So let's move on. Again, in some of the questions you may be restricted to use certain symbols. For instance, when it is base 5, you may be required to use 1, 2 and 4, or even 2, 3 and 4. When that happens, go according to how you have been restricted. There are some cases in the classroom where students, after being taught all these, when you ask them to construct tables for, let's say, base 5, using the set of 1, 2 and 3, you would see some students adding 0 and those values omitted. Please avoid that. Let's take our first question. Draw multiplication table for base 5 using the set t equals 2, 3 and 4. So for this one, you are restricted. The numbers needed for the table have been mentioned. That's 2, 3 and 4. So let's see how we may solve it. Because we have 3 symbols mentioned, or 3 elements of the set being mentioned, you have to get a 4 by 4 table. That's 4 rows and 4 columns. Then in the first cell, you write or draw your symbol, and that is multiplication. Then what is left is to write the values given or the symbols given in the first row and in the first column, starting from the smallest value to the biggest value. So 2 first, 3, and then 4. Then down the multiplication sign, we write the same numbers, 2, 3, and then 4, as you see on your screen. Like the addition, this table is for base 5. So put it in mind that no answer or none of the answers in the table should be 5 or above 5. Put that one in mind. Meaning that your answers could be from 0 up to 4. If it's more than or equal to 5, that is, it is greater than or equal to 5, then the conversion must be made. Division must be done to get your quotient and your remainder, and you write them in the table. So let's go on. Now, in our first cell, in the second row, we have 2. So we are going to do everything for the 2. 2 times 2 would be 4, as you see on the screen. 4 is less than the base we are talking of, that is the base 5. So because it is less than the base, we write 4 as our answer in the table, as you see here. Now the next one will be 2 times 3, and 2 times 3 would give us 6. 6 is greater than the base 5 we are talking of. So division must be done. Divide your answer by the base, which is 6 divided by 5, and the quotient will be 1, remainder 1, meaning 5 goes into 6, 1, and it will be left with a remainder of 1. Now you come to the table and you write 1, 1, not 1R1. So it will be 1, 1. We write that in the table, as you see on the screen. We move to 2 times 4, and 2 times 4 would be 8. 8 is greater than 5, which is the base. So again, you have to divide your answer by the base. 8 divided by 5 would give us 1, remainder 3. So you come to the table and you write 1, 3 as your answer in the table. That is not 13. The first one is not 11. We are talking of base 5. So when you say 11, it's greater than 5. But when you say 1, 1, it's different. When you say 1, 3, it's also different. Now we move to our third row. Now you are going to consider 3, multiplying all the symbols above. So 3 times 2 is already done here. 3 times 2 is the same as 2 times 3. That would give us 6. And when the division was done, we had 1 remainder 1, so we write it. Down the 2, when we consider 4 times 2, is the same as 2 times 4. They are commutative, that is multiplication. So the answer of 2 times 4 would be the same as 4 times 2. So we write that one, and that is 1, 3. Now it is left with these 4 cells to be filled. So we go to 3 times 3. 3 times 3 would give us 9. 9 is greater than the base 5, and hence we have to divide. 9 divided by 5 would give us 1 remainder 4. So in the cell for 3 multiplying 3 here, we put in 1 4, not 1 remainder 4, 1 4. So you write 1 4 as your answer. Then when we look at the next one, which is 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 is greater than the base 5. So we divide 12 by 5 and we get 2 remainder 2. So in place of 3 times 4, here, this cell, you put in 2 as your answer. Now we can see that 3 times 4 is the same as 4 times 3, as multiplication is commutative. So here would also be 2. So you put in that value. Now it is left with only one of the cells, and that is 4 times 4. So we attend to that. 4 times 4 would give us 16, which is also greater than the base 5. So division must be done. 16 divided by 5 would give us 3 remainder 1. And so we put 3 remainder 1 in that cell, which is 3 1. And that would be our answer. So looking at this table, the multiplication table is as simple as the addition table. So if you know the addition table, you should be able to do that of the multiplication table. And if you know the multiplication table, you should be able to do the addition table. Please subscribe to my channel for me. Let's look at these questions. 1. Construct the addition table for set t equals 1, 2, 3, and 4 in base 6. And number 2, copy and complete the table below for addition base 8. That is your question for the day. You could pause the video before you look at the answers. Answer the question. When you are done, compare your answers with those answers in the video. Pause it. These are the answers. Go to question 1, and for answers to question 2, you see them popping up. Compare them with your answer and find out if you are correct. May God be with you till we meet again next time. But please subscribe to my video. Bye.